Hello. May peace and blessings be with you. I hope that you are doing well. We are going to talk about mock-up graphics using Canva. I'm going to help you create those. Okay. Does everybody know what mock-up graphics are? Do you know what I'm talking about? If you don't, no worries. This is not a quiz to make anything difficult. All right, so I am sharing my Canva screen. So what I have done is I just went into Canva and I searched for our mockup graphics in our library, like something we have created previously. And this is one of the one that came out. This is a great example to share. Okay, so this is a mockup graphic. What a mockup graphic is that you are taking images of other objects. It could be screens, it could be, a phone, a tablet, a TV screen, a workbook thing. It could even be mugs, it could even be t-shirts, it could be any other object that you are placing your own, personalizing it, placing your own image over it. And once you also can add multiple things together to create a mock-up bundle. So what you're looking at here is like a mock-up bundle where there are multiple elements on the screen over here. So to be able to build something like this, you can start from a template that someone else gives you. If you like what they have, just pop your own images on it. That's the easiest way. But if you want to unpack this and look at it layer by layer to see what's going on, which is what I'm going to do today, just so that you are good to go. If you ever have to build your own, even from scratch, you're able to do it. There are even other apps or platforms that create lots of different mockup bundles for you. I think Smart Mockups was one of the ones that we were using previously. I am not even sure what we're using at the moment in this, to be completely transparent, but we're going to take a look at it together. I'm just going to duplicate this page so that I don't mess this up because my team yells at me anytime I do stuff like that. So I'm actually going to just say this is my test one. Okay. So here is how, if you are new to Canva or are not sure of how to look at all the different objects and layers one by one, then I am going to recommend one of my trainings. If you go to simplifyonething.com and you click on resources, it's going to take you to this page here where you can sign up for my Canva free training, which is going to help you just learn some foundational things about Canva, and then you will be able to do a lot more with it. I just feel that it's so much easier to have some background and training on Canva. Sylvia saying, so what do we need to do first? I'm logged into my account. Okay, so Sylvia, I am going to actually come in here for a second, and I'm going to see if I can send you to Canva. If I click on templates over here. So I just searched for the word mockup. So here is one. So they're all different examples here that you can find in the templates that Canva already has built in, right? So you could start from this, and this would be the fastest way to do this. If I say customize this template, you're basically getting blank image placeholders, graphic placeholders, and you can add your own graphics to it. But okay, so let's just do this first. So yeah, so appreciate your question. Okay, so this basically has the 3 mockups over here. This is what I was trying to unpack with mine because my example has a lot more here, but we can start with a simpler one, just like this one. Okay, so I started with a Canva template. I just searched for the word mockup and I filtered just for Canva templates. And this is one of the ones that came up. Okay, so each of these is a little object that I can even move around on the screen if I want to. And the way we personalize this is by going to, if I go to my uploads and go to one of my photos or something, we'll take one of these. I can take one of this photo and I'm just dragging and dropping it over here. I'm basically personalizing it, right? You could have like your course graphics or something like that. We have something like this could be added, right? So just totally depends on what you want to display within these on your screen. And to populate these, all I'm doing is I'm going to the image and I'm clicking on it, dragging and dropping it over this mockup placeholder. This is what we're basically doing. Okay, so to add more items like these to a template, you can go under elements on the left. So we basically had 3 on the screen, and let's say I want to add more. I'm going to go in here, and is there a section for mockups? Right here. There's a section that's called mockups, and I can under elements on the left. So I am able to expand that and look at all the different options here as well. Okay, so I have basically expanded this mockup section over here, and we have all different mockups for different things. So if you're looking for a computer screen type of thing, then you want to look under computers. You can click on see all, and you see all different kinds of computers. So what this does is it's basically adding an image which has a placeholder for a graphic that you can personalize for your own stuff. So I'm going to just add another page over here just so that you can see what this is going to do. So in your design, something like that. It's a little stretched. I don't really like that part. Okay, let's make it a little less stretched. It's a little blurry for me. Okay, we're going to try a different one. Let's add a frame first. We add a frame first? We totally can. Going to get out of this. I'm going to go under just regular frames, and I am going to, so under frames, you also have like these individual devices too. So you can use this as well. So in that initial design, that's all they've done. They've basically taken 3 different objects from frames, and they are basically using that. But under mockups, you also get a background image with it. And inside of that, you already have an object that has a frame inside of it. I hope you caught that, how this is different. Okay, so let's go do this. They're so cute. I love it. All right, we're going to do the computers again. This one's cute. Let's add that. So if in your graphics somewhere, you just need to use something like this, a computer screen, but on the computer screen, you don't want to leave it alone. You actually want to show your own program or something like that, right? So it looks realistic. Somebody's looking at that. You can actually go, let's do this live. Haha. I'm going to go to my website, Simplify One Thing. And let's say I want to take an image of that and I want to throw that on there. So I am literally going to go to my snipping tool from here. I'm going to go to my snipping tool and I am going to do this. Okay, so I am going to take a snippet of this right here and we are going to use this. Okay, so I am basically going to, I'm going to see if I can just copy this and bring this over into Canva. Where am I? Right here. Okay, so I am going to, let me see, did it add it to uploads? Yes, it did. Okay, so I'm going to grab this from uploads and come on, let me add it to my mockup. Let's try this one more time. This is why we do this live, because if I'm running into this, you're going to run into this too. So let's try this one more time. We're going to elements. We're under mockups. We are adding a mockup visual like this one. I'm going to get rid of this. Oh, I think Canva is churning. I was just too impatient. Okay, so back to uploads, added this back to uploads. And now I want to, no. So that actually just added this here. And if I drop it over this mockup, there we go. It added it. So this was a little tricky. So it looked like on the screen, whoops. It looked like on the screen that it was going to replace this image, but that's not what it did. So if you get that feeling that it's about to replace that image, just trust that it's not about to replace that image. It's a little crooked too. Okay, so I want to, let's see, am I able to adjust this? See, because I don't like it how it's not aligned. Like I wanna show the left. I basically want the entire screen, entire image to show. And okay, here we go. On the left, it's saying smart crop or fit. Let's make it fit and see what happens. All right, so because it was wider, so that's better. Or we could also do the smart crop. Who knows what this does? Let's apply these smart crop changes. Okay, so smart crop basically took the images and got rid of the text. I don't really like that. I want to do the fit. I think fit was better. So it just gave it a little black top and bottom with this one. Because the image itself was wider than the placeholder inside the mockup graphic. So I hope this is helpful. Just play with it and you'll get to learn all the ins and outs of it. Okay, so going back to this one. So this has a whole bunch of different elements, and each one basically has a photo frame inside, and we are able to add our own images to it. So something like this is really powerful, adding it to your sales pages, to your Facebook banners, and other things. Let's take a look at my sales page for this program. So this is the accelerator. I'm just going to go to the regular one. So I am going to go in here and I'm going to go to Dream, not Cream, Dream, leavelaunch.com. Okay, see, so if I scroll down on here to say where we're using this one, we're using it, went too far, too fast. Okay, see, like right here in the inside this pricing graphic, we're basically adding this. So you can use it something like this. We have so many other ones also. I get out of this and I search for mockups, and I don't just search for Canva templates. I go under my content. We have all different kinds. So there's the funnel building 101. We use this quite a bit. There we go. So there's one. So essentially with these, you're showcasing like what's inside the course or something, right? Like showing different previews on different screens, how it's going to look. You can add different things to it. You can add a workbook. You can add all different types of things to it. And all of these elements are available under your elements and mockups, or elements and frames. So in both of those, one or the other place, you'll be able to find everything that you're looking for. If I go under frames, see how we have all these different frames, like you can grab just a desktop image. Let's go back to this one that we're working with. I'm going to add a new page. I'm going to go back here and go to elements, and I am going to go to, I'm going to go to graphics, or frames this time, not graphics, frames on the left. And from here, I'm going to say, show me all the devices. All right, I like this one. So let's add that. Then I'm going to say, okay, maybe I want a tablet right next to it. Maybe I want a phone. And all right, so that's enough for the devices. But then I say, okay, maybe I want, you can also under frames search for something. Let's say workbook. Okay, didn't like that. Let's say page. Okay, so these are basically web pages. Journal, didn't like that. Okay, cover, didn't like that. Okay, so we're gonna go under mockups and see if we can search for something like that. Journal, frames, home and living, tablets and TVs. Okay, let's check something here. So instead of like this tablet, just like that, you could also do a tablet like this with a hand or something like that, depending on like what you're trying to build. This is if you want to build it from scratch. So a lot of times it's a lot easier to just have somebody else's mockup template, mockup bundle template that you could just drop your stuff in and then delete whatever you don't need. I think that is probably like the easiest way to do this than trying to, even build it from scratch. But I wanted to show you this in case you are wanting to build your own or tweak your own as well, right? So it is all possible. So you can do something like this if you want, and you can make it go behind and backward, something like that, right? So just play with it. It just totally depends on what you're trying to build. And there was something else I wanted to show with these mockups. Give me 1 second. I am going to look. So smartphones. Look how cool these are. Okay. I think they're video mockups now too, which I thought was so cool. Okay, so for different packaging, I think that's a really good use case for it too. So if you wanted to, it's like a physical product or something, you can you can actually create your own. You can add your own image and then just add a photo frame over that. You'll have to play with the rotation and all that a little bit, or you can take regular things and then add your own logo to it or something like that, right? That's a really good use case. So if you're displaying different images and things like that in a graphic, but rather than just showing it generic, you basically brand everything with your own logo or something like that. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So to this, like I would just basically add my own logo. So I'm going to go to my brand kit for a second. And if I want to grab this logo, says saving paused at the top. There we go. Basically added that. But as it did that, it's basically cropping it at the top. So I want to be able to edit that. Align to page, layer. Would it let me? There we go. Okay, so if I'm double clicking on it, it's letting me actually get to it, even though it didn't show it on the screen on the left. So I'm going to click on fit and see if that would make it fit better. So my logo is not getting cropped. Heidi's here. Heidi is asking, where would you recommend creating it in Canva? Doc as social media. So Heidi, I don't think I use the doc as much in Canva, even though that is available. I would just create a new design, start a new design and just build it there. And once these are built, you can actually just download the page with the transparent background, and then you can re-import it and then use that over and over if you want to, right? So for example, this one, I could just take this entire page and I could just click on share and download, and I can just download it with a transparent background. So it'll basically download everything that is shown on here as one image. Let's do that. I'm going to just increase the resolution over here. Please tell me I clicked on just the current page. Otherwise, it's going to do the entire 61 page file. Hopefully that's not what I clicked on. We'll find out. Yeah, I did the entire thing. Okay. I will just open up page 2, which is, it was called test, just so that I can show you what it's going to look like. So this is what it looked like. This has a transparent background that I'm able to use it in multiple places. Okay. So let me know what other questions we have. I am so glad. Heidi said, thank you. That makes sense. Okay. Let me know if you have any other questions related to this, and let me know if this was helpful. My team has done a great job. So one other thing I guess I can show while I'm here is that you see there's a little glow around each of these. So they have basically added each one of these as an image. So under that, if you click on edit, you're able to see the glow effect under shadows. So you click on that, and this one, oh, it's actually fancy. It's fancier than I thought. Okay, so I was thinking that there's a glow added to each of these images, but that's not what it is. It's actually a different, do you see this different box behind it? And this has been added in front of that. So that's so much fancier. Okay, so I must show you this because I want you to be able to look at any Canva template and say, I want to be able to recreate this or something like that. So this is like a pro tip, friends, right here. So if you click on position on your toolbar after you have clicked on anything on your screen in Canva, click on position. On the left, it's going to open up this menu where you're going to be able to see layers. If you can get to layers, you are able to look at every single element that is on this design all throughout. And this is so helpful because visually I didn't catch that this was not a glow. Like this is a box element, rectangle element added like that behind the cover page element, right? This other square element. I did not catch that until I clicked on it. So if I am under these layers and I can click on this and it'll actually take me to that. And I was like, oh, this is highlighted. I wonder what that is. So I can move this around to get to it. And sometimes because something is behind some other element and you can't click on it on your screen. So that's also how this is super duper helpful. So you can click on here and you can align it to the page, You can actually layer this. You can bring it to front or something like that to be able to click on it. Sometimes I have to do that with other people's designs and things like that. Go back to elements. These ones, right? So we have apparel. So here under this, they only have like an image at the front that you can add your own. I'm going to add this to my design for a second. Please don't mind me. I will add a new page. Move this beautiful looking human over here. Okay. So right now, like they're only letting us just swap out the image that shows up on the sweatshirt, which is super helpful, right? Because if you want to be able to show your own design or something on any number of sweatshirts, t-shirts, and all of that, you're totally able to do this and use the same model. But there is, even now, you're able to change colors of clothing and stuff like that with AI. So it's pretty cool. Maybe we can explore that together in one of the future sessions. Okay. I am going to stop here, my friends. Let me know if you have any questions related to this or what you enjoyed about this today. So if you see a template that I have shown that is not already included in the templates library in Canva, let me know and I'm happy to give you that as a template. Or if you go to my website or you go to any of my funnels or anything like that, you see any graphic that you are like, Timmy, I would love to recreate this with my own, for my own brand, with my own colors, with my own logo and my own things. Send me an image of that and email it to me and I will send that to you because I want to make sure that you have that as a starting point. If we've already created it, you don't need to recreate that or reinvent the wheel, right? Just add your own stuff to it and use that. So send it to me via email and I will send that over to you. My email is timmy@simplifyonething.com. I'm going to put in the chat also, in the comments also, so you have that. So let me know, friends, if you want any copies of anything, any of the templates. Okay. May peace and blessings be with you. Have a super awesome, super productive week ahead. I will see you same time, same place next week. I love you all. Bye.